one Chinese money bill on the West Lake in Hangzhou. And Hangzhou is the #1 Chinese green tea place. The Dragon Well Chinese green tea. You can go to the tea plantation yourself. You can pick the tea leaf yourself. So I promise you, much better tea than the Starbucks tea here. So this is all the sightseeing place. Okay, we will go. And the first year, when we working with Newmarket Chamber in Ontario, we have to shuttle bus them to JFK Airport to do our trip. All the American trip we do is a 7-night, 9-day trip. 3 nights in Beijing, 1 night in Suzhou, 1 night in Hangzhou, and 2 nights in Shanghai. This is the basic tour program we do. But why you have 2 extra 2 days? You're leaving from Toronto, we don't have an everyday flight. So you have either leaving on a Wednesday, come back on a Saturday, or leaving on Saturday, come back on a Wednesday. I think you are the one on leaving on a Wednesday, come back on the Saturday. So which is not your fault, you cannot come back on time. So for your additional 2 days, we don't charge you any money for the additional 2 days. Plus, you pay us Canadian dollar instead of US dollar. That's why the tour is so reasonable for you. Okay, yeah, you feel you save like a couple $100 at least. I promise you the trip at least people feel like $2,500. Maybe some people feel like $3,000 trip of things in the trip you take. I will show you a video. It's not taken by Cicely, not taken by Peter. It's taken by the real passenger just like you. Give you an idea of what's on the trip. Okay. Okay, our company name is Cicely, CITSLINC. You can also remember us the China International Travel Service link, Cicely. Easy for you to remember. Okay, you can see the same video on our website, cicely.org. Typical airplane, Boeing 777 or Airbus A330, jumbo jet, more than 300 people on board. We only have 60 to 80 seats for your chamber. Typical hotel we use, 5-star hotels. I think the Renaissance Hotel looks like. Breakfast, typical hotel breakfast. Cicely, we pay more than $25 for your breakfast. Everybody enjoy the breakfast. We recommend you eat as much as you could for your Western breakfast. Lunch and dinner will be the traditional Chinese food, party of 10 shared table. Typical lunch and dinner could be shrimp, fish, pork, chicken, beef, vegetable, tofu, 7 dishes for you to share. First few days you enjoy the Chinese food. After 9 days or regular trip come back, half year no Chinese food. You, 11 days, when you come back, maybe 10 months to a year no Chinese food. Typical tour bus, 50 passenger tour bus either made in China or made in Japan for 50 Chinese figures. North American people like Peter's side, we only fit 25 to 30 people on the tour bus. Milton, you oversee the area. Jade factory, they teach you how to carve the jade, how to identify the harder jade, the jadeite to the regular jade. Great Wall, climb up is easier, climb down is harder. Some stairs taller than my chair. Make sure you can come back before you go up. Dragon building next to the Olympic site. Summer Palace. Dragon Lady used all Navy fund to build Summer Palace. That's why we lost war with Japan. But at least we have a beautiful park after that. Do you see what they dressed? What you should dress. Casual dress for the whole trip. Dress in layers. Blue jeans very comfortable, and a comfortable walking shoes. Take a light sweater with you, a jacket with you, and that is an optional tour. For $39, you go to a local family to visit the Hutong area. Chinese lived here for more than 600 years. Even Obama's wife go to China, bring the 2 kids to the Hutong neighborhood to see the older Chinese people, where do they live. Tiananmen Square is they have put 1 million Chinese people there. Under the China Mall picture, you enter the Forbidden City. And that is something I want you to see the movie Last Emperor. will refresh your memory. You're working on the same brick Ampere working on like 400 years ago. Mode for the publicity. That is my favorite dinner in China. The Peking duck, roast duck, they include. You see all the seniors, they are go to the park to play for free. Like they have the senior club, like the dancing club, their Tai Chi club, they have the play card club. You can join them for the ballroom dancing if you want. Like an adult playground.
How fun would that be?
You see the Marriott Hotel, typical hotel we use in China. Lin Green Garden, I told you that is my favorite place in China. Very peaceful, very quiet. Each window you look at a different picture. See the bonsai tree there is like a couple hundred years old, some of them are 500 years old. Silk factory, they teach you get a silk from a cocoon. And one cocoon can get you 1 mil long silk. You see, falling there, putting a silk layer in the layer, that is a silk blanket, is the best buy for the trip, $110 US, a king size silk blanket. But make sure you tell them how many centimeter long, how many centimeter wide, what you need there. Okay, it's good for the summer. Grand Canal boat ride, that is $29 US. You see a bridge, maybe 700 years old bridge. Tea plantation, you actually can pick the tea leaf there yourself. I promise you, much better tea than Starbucks tea here. Dragon Mill green tea, #1 Chinese brand. So you go to a temple, see the Chinese priest there. It's like 500 Lohan, different, all different faces. The Buddha statue. West Lake. There are 3 statues on the one Chinese money bill. I want you to hold the one Chinese money bill, take a picture with the 3 statues on West Lake. Renaissance Hotel, typical hotel we use. And the author of the video cared about Chinese food. Have a hamburger in the hotel, $25 US. The hamburger is the meat from Australia. You see all the Shanghai skylines built within 35 years. 35 years ago, nothing there. 35 years later, a lot of tall building there. Silk rug factory, teach you how to make silk rugs. Yu Garden Bazaar, you can buy anything, everything there. Like a $3 Rolex watch there. Optional tour era show, regular price $79 US. You get a group discount of $39. At the end of the show, like 9 motorcycles come out from the big cage there. Our company information, we are in Montreal Park, California. We are there more than 25 years already. This is the video you can see it online. If your friend didn't come over today, syslink.org, not .com, .org. You can see the same video. I recommend you, before you go, you double check the video to see what the dress, what the food look like, give you a more idea of what the trip all about. Slow down to see it all, okay? This is the trip, the price, $2299. Okay, if you want to go to Terracotta Warrior on a bucket list, day 6, but everybody fly from Beijing to Shanghai, bus ride 1.5 hours to Suzhou. You fly from Beijing to Xi'an, stay there for 2 days. Day 8, you fly from Xi'an to Shanghai. You have 1 domestic flight, that's $2299. Okay, then you fly to Shanghai, then bus ride 1.5 hours to Suzhou as well. But you will only spend 1 night in Suzhou. Okay, you will not go to Hangzhou. So the regular trip, 4 nights in Beijing, same like this one, 4 nights in Beijing. Then 2 nights in Suzhou. You travel 2 nights in Xi'an, 1 night in Hangzhou. You have 1 night in Suzhou. Then 2 nights in Shanghai. Same, come back. You guys follow Peter's? You guys understand, right? 1299, 1249. Okay. And if you want to join us, that is based on 2 people share the room. You can either require 1 king size bed or 2 queen size bed. If you travel with a kid, we can give you the 3rd bed to your room. Will be a rollerway bed. Peter can sleep on the rollerway. I cannot move around. If I move, I might fall down. That's the 3rd bed for the kid only. If you have 3 adults in your group, I recommend the 3rd adult put your name in the chamber. I'm looking for the roommate list. Chamber will assign you a same gender of travelers. do something before the trip. See if you can get along with each other. You want to box it 9 days in China. Otherwise, you pay a single fee for $500 to have a room all for yourself. For your additional 2 days, single supplement free. So we didn't charge you for only $500 for the 7 nights. You have 9 nights actually. So that 2 nights is free for you. Okay? And the final payment they due for this trip from the chamber give the money to us in August 1st. So July 15th is the cutoff date. You pay the money to the chamber. Chamber can give us the money August 1st. Before August 1st, do any reason if you cancel the trip, you only lost a $400 deposit. After August 1st, do any reason if you cancel the trip, you lost $500 more from the airline. So you lost only $900. For you to protect yourself, I strongly recommend you buy the trip insurance from local travel agency or your local the insurance company. I think that is a must. Why I mention that to you? Because I remember Concord, New Hampshire, we have a gentleman. He need a medical nurse, a company came back. He had to pay how much? $8,000 US. Here a nurse fly from America to China, overnight stay with him, then fly back to Concord, and overnight with him, and then nurse fly back to nurse hometown. $8,000 US. Why you have to worry about that? You already save big money to give us Canadian dollar for like 20-30%, and also you get 2 additional days. So now you pay something extra to protect yourself. I recommend everybody, if you can afford, let's buy the trip insurance. You only pay us $22.99. So I cannot help you pay for your hospital bill in China. So please buy the trip insurance for you. And why chamber use Sysmex? We working with 1,000 chambers in US, 300 chambers in Canada. If something go wrong, we are there for you. Although we will not help you pay the hospital bill, we will help you, like you are, one of our friend, one of our relative, we will be there for you. Okay, that's why chamber use us. Our best customer is Syracuse, New York. They send 3,000 people to China already. Our best customer in Canada is Sudbury. They send more than 400 people, less than 500 people to China already. And second best is Winnipeg. They send 300 people to China already. Let's beat Winnipeg. Let's beat number 2. Okay. Child best. Okay. And after August 1st, we need 1 month issue Airballs airline ticket. The first day of September, which is like 3 weeks before your trip date, you will receive a package from Chamber of Commerce. 5 things. You will receive the airline ticket. Double check your airline ticket. Make sure it's the correct bill. It's like an electronic ticket with like 20-30 people name on. But we will circle it, your name and also your ticket number information. And you must match with your ticket information, then your date of birth, passport number, female or male, your name have to match with your passport. Okay, no matter you like your name or not, we need your real name appear upon. We don't need your nickname. Clear? So double check. We will check before we give it to you. But sometimes the husband and the wife, they backward, they spill, they put like backward information. I need you to help me to find the information. If something go wrong, you have trouble in China traveling. So I want to make sure we circle the for you, that is you, your passport number, date of birth, female, male, all match each other. Clear? Okay, very important, help us. Second thing we will give it to you, we will give you a final itinerary. Look like the itinerary inside. Final hotel name on it, hotel phone number on it, hotel address on it. At that time, everything will be finalized. We also will have your optional tour, which day, how much, we will put it on, your final itinerary. Okay. Third thing we will give it to you, we will give you an emergency contact number. How many people speak Mandarin in this room? Raise your hand. All of you? Okay. All of you, we will give you an emergency contact number. You can call 24/7 for emergency and emergency only. Your 911 number in China, not answer English or French speaking call, only us. So we will give you a number. that will help you in any way we could, okay? And sometimes the lady said, oh, my husband has the emergency contact number. It's not good enough, okay? For example, you go to the Forbidden City. There is 9,999 half rooms here. If the tour guide turn, your husband turn, you still draw a picture for the Ampere chair. You want to design the same chair when you come back home. You lost your husband, lost your group. You bring in here for half hours. You finally remember, oh, I have emergency contact number in my pocket. Lucky you. If your cell phone working in China, use your cell phone to call us. If your cell phone not working in China, you don't have a cell phone, no worry. All the Chinese people have a cell phone. Who do you want to turn for help first? Other tour guides holding the flag, they willing to help you. Why? They know how painful you are to lose your tour guide. They also know how painful your tour guide feel to lose you. Sometimes the tour guide lost a couple of people, so they know they're very eager to help a passenger out. All the park ranger in the video dressed in uniform, like the green uniform, they dress like they stand like a tree. All the police officers, they are dressed in dark blue. They're willing to help you, but they don't speak English. How do you ask them for help? The sign language do work. You point out emergency contact number in his face for 3 minutes. By instant they know, they will use their phone to call us. Once they call us, they will tell me, hey, I have a big nose lady in front of me. She is crying. I said, okay, pass phone to the big nose. Pass phone to you. You said, oh, I'm Lisa from Fredericton Chamber of Commerce. I'm number 3. I know who you are. If after you pay the deposit for the chamber, like the $300, $400 deposit, we will give you a confirmation number, like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. If number 4 drop, no more number 4. We cannot remember you by your beautiful faces or your beautiful names. We can only remember you by the chamber name, by the confirmation number, which airport you're leaving from. We will find out who you are, try to put you back to the group. Okay? If you only tell us the name, you don't know your chamber name, we need to take a half day to find your record. So we need your chamber name, confirmation number, and which airport leaving from, find you, put you back. Okay? Even you have a cell phone, I still need you to pass the phone to the Chinese people. Why? You tell me, oh, I'm lost. I'm Lisa from Federal Chamber, I'm number 3. I said, where are you? I said, I'm next to the green door. There are 500 green doors in Forbidden City. I don't know which green door you are. So I have to pass the phone to the Chinese people. They will tell me exactly where you are. So when you lost, stay where you are. Don't try to find us. So stay where you are. And then we will come back for you. Or in the hotel front desk, they're willing to help you to call the emergency contact number. So even if you don't have a cell phone, don't worry. All the Chinese people have a cell phone. If you have a cell phone, turn the data roaming off. Data could cost you $100 a day. So use the hotel Wi-Fi. Hotel lobby always have a free Wi-Fi. Hotel room, they might charge you. Lobby, always free Wi-Fi you can use. Clear? Good. The 4th thing we will give to you, we will give you a name tag. Have a name on it, your confirmation number on it, your bus number on it. If you belong to bus 1, never step a foot on bus 2. Like I told you earlier, 50 pattern tour bus made in China, made in Japan for 50 Chinese figures. North American people like Peter said, 25 to 30. The most we put on each bus, 35 people. 36, we will divide you to 2, 18 and 18. So 35 is the largest number we put on. But average, 25 to 30. People said, oh, chamber have like 80 people this time, 3 per bus. And a lot of people, the people with you every day, only the people on your tour bus. Like bus 2, have a couple of people, they are late. It's bus 2 problem. Bus 1, they are all here, they go. So the people with you every day, your tour guide, your people on your bus. Does that make any sense to you?
Yes.
So you even have a big group, you only list the people on your tour bus. Okay, you may see each other, but you're not different. Okay, good. And the 5th thing we will give it to you, we will give you 2 pieces of lucky tag. All the U.S. airline, Canadian airline, only allow you 1 check-in luggage. why the Chinese airline allow you to check in 2 luggage. They want you to support the Chinese economy,
Yeah.
bring more things back from China.
I knew that was coming.
The 2 luggage total together, 70 pounds, 70. If you only have one, that is 50 pounds, 50. You can do a 50 plus 20, never do a 60 plus 10. So I recommend your lady travel light.
Yes.
One check-in luggage, one carry-on luggage. If you, I want to buy this, I want to buy that. In China, in Shanghai, ask the tour guide where to get the $20 duffel bag. Can put a half Peter inside. Yeah, they even have a wheel on. Open. I think your chamber president, chamber CEO, she knows what a duffel bag looks like. So you can, just you can put half of me inside.
Yeah.
So, buy the second bag in China. So you don't have to take a second suitcase. One check-in, one carry-on. Make sure you put some of the clothes in the carry-on luggage. Your Canadian ladies, you are too tall for the Chinese lady side. You cannot find your clothes in China. So if your big luggage delay 1 day or 2, I want you to have some backup plan. You have some clothes to wear. I don't want to smell on the tour bus. Otherwise, I have to put it in the corner of the tour bus. Okay? So, 2 carry-on, one is aviation bag, smaller rubber, like the base of the airplane put on. And second one is personal item. But I want you to travel light. One check-in, one carry-on. If you want to buy something in China, get one suitcase in China. $20 for duffel bag. Okay? And for the check-in luggage, you also can bring some older clothes. Some of my people bring some older clothes. You can throw away in China. Make more room, you can buy more things back. Things from China back. Okay? So even you have one check-in luggage, put a 2 check-in luggage tag with you. So just in case you want to buy something more from China. So again, we will give you 5 things the first week of September. Your airline ticket, double check to make sure all your information is all correct. Your final itinerary, your hotel, all the information there. Third one, emergency contact. Very, very important. Everybody keep the emergency contact number with you at all time traveling in China. Fourth thing, name tag. Some people lost name tag before you go to China. Go to Staple, make me another name tag. Don't have to match with ours, but I need you have a name tag. The bus driver will not let you get on the bus until you have a name tag. You have different one. The shop tell you lost, you have a different one, but you have a name tag on. Okay, and also 2 pieces of luggage tag will give it to you. All of those first week of September. Make sure you have all of them. Okay, traveling date. We have 10 people every season go to China late fall day because connecting flight sometimes get rearranged. That's why Peter get here yesterday evening. I can get here today at 11:30, 5, but I rather get here to make sure I can come over for this meeting on time. So I know I fly like 300 times a year, so I know how painful it is to the mechanical, the rearrange the flight, all the weather issues. So if you could, I want you to go to Toronto Airport 1 day ahead of schedule. If you have to go to the same day, do something going on with your flight, at least a second or third shot. I want you to be there 3.5 hours or 4 hours before the flight time. I need you to be there at the check-in place. If you late for that flight, when is the next flight available? Next Saturday. Yes, you miss 3 days already. You miss the Great Wall already. You miss half the money already. So be there on time, 4 hours and 3.5 hours before the flight. I want you to see you in the Toronto Airport check-in counter. The airline they use is called the China Hainan Airline. They use them from Seattle to China. We use them from Chicago to China. We use them from Boston to China as well. So as well as Toronto to China. Hainan Airline. Supposed to be a 5-star airline, so it's pretty alright. Okay, I think they will use a Boeing 777 or 787 to fly the route from Toronto to Beijing and come back. So you come back last day from Shanghai, you stop in Beijing first before you get back to Toronto. So one non-stop to Beijing, one stop back from Shanghai, stop in Beijing first. We were there 3 hours. Another 12 hours flight back from Beijing to Toronto. When you go there, 13 hours flight. Peter fly from Los Angeles to Beijing, still 12 hours. Why you only fly 13 hours? You do a shortcut from North Pole. That's why you get there faster. 13 hours you are there. And 12 hours they come back, drive back faster, fly back faster than they get there. During the long 13 hours flight, they will serve you 2 meals. They tell you one is dinner, one is breakfast. We cannot figure out which one is dinner, which one is breakfast. They serve you the same food for both meals. Airplane food, okay? During the long flight, they will show you some Chinese movie with English subtitle or American Canadian movie with Chinese subtitle. Try to grab some Chinese word before you get there. During the long flight, something from Peter's hometown, I want you to try the Chinese beer. Chinese beer is a soft drink. Okay, we learned brewery from Germany 100-some years ago. We know how to make beer. 2 thumbs up for my city beer. You know the name? Qingdao. Qingdao. You can ask the Chambers to see she must like it. And something 2 thumbs down on the flight is the Chinese wine. The best Chinese wine tastes like the best Italian vinegar. Even China don't like it in China. Okay, you call very famous name called the Great Wall. 3 thumbs down. 3 thumbs down. If you are the wine drinker, starting from today, you become a beer drinker. Only drinking beer in China. Yeah, if you like, we also have something very good in China, not on the flight, in China, is hard liquor, like your moonshine. Consists 65% pure alcohol. We call it fire water. If your car no more gasoline, put 2 bottles to drive you to the airport. Okay? After drinking the fire water, help you climb the wall faster and easier. It's the best gift for you to bring back to your friend. You have to check in the 2 bottles of fire water to give to your friend. It's burn. They will like it. They will like it. Right. Okay. And then after the long 13-hour flight, you will land in the Beijing airport. Probably Peter will welcome you guys in the airport. I'm one of the 3 tour managers. I take care of the emergency in Beijing. Nice. So I know, like I told you earlier, I know how important the emergency is. So if you know emergency, nobody lost passport, nobody in the hospital, I'm free. So I'm go to the airport to wave to you, say hi, to check everybody in. If you do see Peter in the airport, wave to me, say hi, I will be very happy you know that is me. Right now, I'm the only Chinese in front of you. You know that you're Peter. At that time, 3,000 Chinese in front of you. Even I wave to you, you don't know that is me anymore. Don't laugh, it couldn't be you. Okay? Yeah. So, if you don't know that is me, then you can see the tour guide holding the flag, holding the sign, bus 1, bus 2. If you forget your bus number, check on your name card. It could be you. After a long flight, you might, that's why wear the name tag at all times for us to know you are with Sysling group. Okay? Wear a name tag. And our tour guide, I have to tell you the truth, our tour guide speaks better English than Peter. That's not a joke. You can ask the Mercy. Yeah, they speak why? They learn English in college for 4 years. At least they are 7 years in business. Very professional, very good. They will help you in any way they could. Okay, they are there to help you. They are very professional. Every tour bus thinks they have the best tour guide. Yeah, that's what they feel. And then after we check in the hotel, all the breakfast will be the deluxe hotel breakfast. You saw it already. We pay $25 to $30 for your breakfast. Everybody try to eat as much as you could for your breakfast. Your breakfast, your only Western meals. Lunch and dinner, traditional Chinese food, party over 10, share a table. Typical lunch dinner could be shrimp, fish, pork, chicken, beef, vegetable, tofu, something. 7 dishes for you to share. First few days, you enjoy the Chinese food. After 11 days, you come back. 10 months to a year, no Chinese food. If you care about Chinese food, we do have McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, TGI Friday, Papa John Pizza, Pizza Hut, Sizzler, Hard Rock Cafe, even Hooters in both Beijing and Shanghai. If you care about Chinese, I want to go to Hooters with my wife tonight. Good, go ahead. China has less criminal rate than America and Canada. We have the camera all over the big city. The smallest city you visit this time is Suzhou. Too small, no airport there. How many people? 9 million people. Yeah, the Hangzhou, 10 million people, have a tiny airport there. Beijing, Shanghai, how many people? Beijing, 21, 22 million people. Shanghai, 23, 24 million people. You will see more people than Canada in this tour. Okay, you'll see a lot of people. And then, so all the big cities have a camera all over the place. But we don't know where the good neighborhood, where the bad neighborhood. When you go out, at least 3 people form your own small group, 3 or 4 people. 1 or 2, no, 4, 3. You have a hotel business card with you, emergency contact number with you, just in case something go wrong, they are here to help you. Do that make any sense to you? Okay. No street food.
Yes.
I'm very, very serious. Okay, people see the food channel. Chinese people eat the fried scorpions. You want to try the fried scorpion first time in China. It's not your cup of tea. You don't know where do they prepare the food. In China, we cannot drink the tap water even in the 5-star hotels. How can you trust the food on the street? Do they make any sense to you? You don't know where do they wash it clean or not. I have people get a very serious diarrhea in China because they don't listen to me. They eat, a lot of Chinese people eat it, must be good. No. You end up in the hospital. You have different stomach than the Chinese people. Okay? People ask me, can we have a fruit on the street? If you can peel the skin off, you can buy a fruit on the street. Otherwise, no. Only go to the restaurant you know the name of, or the hotel recommended. Clear? Good, okay. And in the hotel, the tap of water you cannot drink it until you boil the water. The hot tea, hot coffee is okay. People ask me, can we use the tap water to brush our teeth? I think you could. But some of my people don't take any chance. In the hotel, there are 2 bottles of water for you to brush your teeth in the restroom. Okay, you can buy the water from a bus driver as well. 2 bottles of water, regular size, only $1. Or you can buy beer. Support Peter's hometown. Only drinking beer. Beer like drink or soft drink. You can drink beer. $1 for 1 can of beer. Drinking beer all the time. Clean, very good. If you take a shower, some of the water drop to your mouth. It's not end of the world. It's okay. Don't worry. Okay, it's fine. And hotel, they have a different electricity than in China than here. They are 220 volt instead of 110 here. You need an adapter and a converter. That is 2 things together. It will work for you. Adapter is a plug to the wall. Converter is a convert the 220 volt to 110. Your electronic system needs. All the hotels, they are hair dryers. Although Peter don't need it. You have to take your own hair dryers in China. All the hotels, they are toothbrush, toothpaste, all the shampoo and everything. So they are there already. You don't have to take your own. They are all toiletries, all there already. If you cannot find your hair dryer, call the front desk. They will tell you I'm 100% sure all the hotels we use have a hair dryer as well. Okay? And then money. Chinese money we call yuan, Y-U-A-N, or RMB. The currently exchange rate for US dollar, $1 equals 6.6 Chinese money. If you go to China, $1 equals 6.5 or 6.4. Don't blame on Peter. So the rate drop and the up and down. $1 Canadian dollar equals 5.1 Chinese money. 5.1 or 5. We recommend you take the US dollar. Because your US dollar almost working everywhere. Even the street vendor like the US dollar. Okay. Rolex watch on the street starting from $7 per piece. After you bargain with them, $3 per piece. If you give them $100, you end up with 33 Rolex. They don't give you change. Even they give you change, they might give you the fake money. I recommend you have a $30 single dollar bill. Some 5, some 10, some 20. You don't need any bill larger than 20. I recommend a regular trip people take, which is 7 night 9 day trip, take only $500 to $600. For you have 2 additional days. I recommend you take $600 to $800. Put it in 2 separate places. Don't put all the money in one pocket. Okay, put it in 2 places. Money bills or the net wallet, half the money here, half the money somewhere else. Smaller bills. I have a lady like 5-6 years ago, she bring $1,100 big bills, $100 bills, US dollar. Then her grandkids want to get a token through in a big container to get rid of fare in the Forbidden City. She shoot her wallet, shoot $1,100, get a quarter, three in a container. After 1 hour, she still have the wallet, her money come. Very, very rare. Why they pick her as target? Big bills. You have smaller bill, nobody will bother you. You have a big group. You tour guide will, we have very less pickpocket people than in Europe. Europe have obviously have more pickpocket people, very less in China. Now they have Alipay and also they have the WeChat Pay. So very less cash in China. So they don't use a lot of cash. So and how much in the $600 to $800 US dollar you need to change it to Chinese money? Maybe $50 US or $100 US or less. Where to change it? In the hotel front desk. Don't change it in the airport. Airport charge you $10 service fee, even you only change $20. So change in the hotel front desk if you need to change on Chinese money. Okay. And why we mentioned about $600 for you to take? We have some optional tours, guys. I want you to read we have an optional tour form here. Optional tour. And this is not like the Xi'an trip. The Xi'an trip you have to decide when the final payment date. Each trip I need 10 people. Less than 10 we have to merge you to a small group. More than 10 you have your own tour guide, own tour bus. Nobody will bother you in the area. But each trip we need 10. Okay, 10 to go. 10 in the group side for airline issue the group ticket. Okay. So 600 to 800. Same thing. I want you to have again smaller bill, and also they will collect one more thing. They will collect $39 US from you as tips. I'm sorry, you have to collect 39 US, not 39 Canadian from you. So if you give 39 Canadian to the tour guide, they are not very happy. The tour guide lost money. So we need you give the 39 US dollar to the tour guide. Okay? And how do we calculate the 39? Travel in China usually $10 US dollar per day for the tips. We bargain the price down. We have a big group. We bargain the price down to $5 per night. 7 nights or regular trip, $35. Plus 4 hotel we stay. We give $1 for each hotel union. We charge you $1 for the luggage fee. We take luggage from under the bus to the lobby, from lobby back to under the bus. Some people say, I don't have any luggage. Sorry, they charge you by the head. Okay, you have a head, they charge you. You have 2 heads, they charge you double. Okay, yes, 39 US dollar. We will charge you one time in Beijing. If a tour guide in Shanghai tell you guys, I have to charge $39 from you again, what you going to do? Call the emergency contact number. We change you a better tour guide. Okay, and then for your additional 2 days, guys, lucky you, tips free for the additional 2 days. $39 US you will charge one time in Beijing. The day you come the Great Wall. If you not, nobody want to meet that day. We charge one time right there. You guys understand, Peter, totally everything? Okay, good. And I will tell you more about the optional tour, more about the shopping list later. And then I want to tell you a few more things before that. Is the first, no dessert. When you see the watermelon come, orange come, the end of dish. Okay, you want your daily dessert, you take your own, chocolate bar, energy bar, share with your fellow travelers. I remember Cambridge Chamber, not Ontario, Cambridge Chamber, Ontario, also working with Cambridge Chamber, Massachusetts, from Harvard University, MIT area. The chamber president, she took 5 pounds of candy. Third day I saw her, she only have 2 pounds left. 25 of us, we eat 3 pounds in 3 days. All the good candy Peter like already gone already. Okay, so you can take some mixed nut, share your follow or beef jerky, share the follow. If you bring more than you can eat, you can give to Peter or give to the tour guide, the bus driver. They were very happy to have American or Canadian candies. For all your grandkids from the holiday candy, you get half of those candy to share with the fellow travelers. Okay. And also in the breakfast, we have some muffins or something, or the fruit. You can take a bag to grab like a fruit or yogurt or something from the breakfast. Okay, if you don't have a bag. Okay, and then another thing I want to tell you is longest bus ride, longest walk. Longest bus ride, day 6, day 8, day 9. When you fly from Beijing to Shanghai, bus ride 1.5 hours to Suzhou, that is day 6. Day 8, from Suzhou to Hangzhou, about 2.5 hours bus ride. Day 9, from Hangzhou back to Shanghai, 3.5 hours bus ride. Any bus ride more than 2 hours, we will allow you to encounter the Chinese restroom. Why Peter mentioned Chinese restroom? Chinese restroom will be a hall like a camping trip. We have aim very hard to get in there. Lucky you, after the Olympic, prepare the Olympic, they rank their restroom. When you see a 5-star on the restroom, that's your hotel restroom. You enjoy totally use that restroom. But best restroom in the sightseeing place, only 4-star. What means 4-star? Hot water to wash your hand, air conditioned, Western style. Only difference between 4-star to 5-star. No toilet paper. The first thing you do after you check in the hotel, run to your hotel restroom, get a half roll of your toilet paper. Don't laugh, okay? That is very serious. Okay, don't call the emergency contact. Hey Peter, deliver me 3 toilet paper. I promise you, I will charge you big money you ever imagine for your toilet paper. Okay, you need the toilet paper with you. The best restroom is actually only 4-star. You don't have enough toilet paper for all the tourists. Okay, 3-star restroom.
You can use United States dollar bills.
That's very expensive. But still cheaper than you call the emergency contact. But anyway, make sure you have a half roll of toilet paper put with you at all times traveling in China. Try not to use your emergency contact number to use your toilet paper. Okay, very important. Okay, and 3-star restroom, you may not enjoy that much. You still can use it. 1-star, 2-star, you let Peter know if you enjoy it or not. Even the 1-star, 2-star, they have a disabled. They have called disabled, the handicap restroom. You can sit down to use. First 5 days, everybody waiting in line for the handicap. After 5 days, we can use whatever available there. You learn very fast. I'm very proud of you. You learn very fast how to use the Chinese toilet. Okay. The longest walk. People always assume longest walk is for the Great Wall. Actually, we park in a downstairs Great Wall. Peter only climbed 3 stairs. I take my picture. I climbed the Great Wall. That's all I have to do. But for some of you, want to climb all the way up 900 steps. Remember, the step sometimes taller than the chair. You know, the wall not designed for you to climb. The wall is defense function to protect Chinese people from the Mongolian people. So that's not for you to climb. That's not designed for you to climb. So very hard to climb. Okay, but even climb down is even harder. I have a customer. I think from Yellowknife, not from Canada. He had 2 times open heart surgery, 1 kidney removed, little bit of lung removed. First day, he still climbed almost to the top. Second day, he ended up in the hospital for 11 days straight. You know your health condition better than me. Okay, I don't want to overuse your energy. So please, do not try too hard to climb the wall. The longest walk actually Tiananmen Square and the Forbidden City. This is about 3 miles, 5 kilometers walking. We're not working like an army, stop here and there, tell you, this is room Ampere give a test to official, this is room Ampere get married, that is the room, the Ampere concubine, we will tell you which is which. We can give you 5-10 minutes, pick around, take a picture. Or you can rest with your own chair. Some of people take a golf chair or medical, like a worker or something, a king have a chair on. You can sit with your own chair for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then walk with us again. You should be all right. So that is the longest. Why? Tiananmen Square, very big, but you don't have tear it yet. You don't want to go back. But once you enter the Forbidden City, they don't allow you to go out from the south gate. You have to go all the way to the north gate to leave. That's why that is a very long walk. Other place, like Summer Palace, same door in, same door out. If you don't want to walk anymore, tour guide, pick me up, then you come back this way. It's okay. But Tiananmen Square, Forbidden City, you have to work with us. Some of the senior people, you can arrange a wheelchair from the local people. We will not push you. You can arrange a wheelchair from them. They will push you for like, I think $70 to $100 depending on the demand. Usually $70 they will push you all over. That's the tough part of the trip. Okay? And no shot required. But I still want to see a doctor, see your health condition and travel that many days in China. Maybe get some antibiotic, anti-diarrhea medicine, cold medicine, even sleeping pills from the doctor. Okay? They might recommend you do some shot. Listen to your doctor. They know your health better than us. Okay? And I will tell you more about the shopping list, about the optional tour list. Right now, I'd like to answer some of your questions. Any questions so far?
You're talking about pollution?
Good question. Starting from 3 years ago, Beijing have a pollution issue. So Suzhou, Hangzhou, and Shanghai, no pollution. Beijing have a pollution sometimes. So if you worry about the pollution in China, you can bring like 5 masks just in case. If you need it, you have it. So I don't think you will need a mask. Sometimes you never know. So be prepared is the key. Usually, it's more severe during the winter time. They burn the coal, and also there was some big factory. I mean, not in Beijing, in the Hebei province, like Tangshan, there was still plant, the coal mine, something. They have a mining right there. That's why sometimes the weather blew the pollution to the Beijing. I mean, nothing Peter can do for you. Okay, I cannot guarantee you have no pollution, but usually I tell you, usually winter is more severe than the time we go. And why they have a pollution? They have a lot of people. Before, like 30 years ago, we call ourselves kingdom of bicycle. Not anymore. We are kingdom of car now. Too many cars in Beijing. So that's why. And also their standard, not like American or Canada standard. So they're polluted air. But nowadays, the government take more steps to like use more the electronic car or something. They do not give a tag anymore to the new cars. So there's something, and also they have the Beijing. Also they are like Monday to Friday, any of the day, 20% of car cannot go out. They have the if you number end with 106, one day you cannot go out. 27, one day cannot go out. So every day have 2 numbers cannot go out. So for the Monday through Friday. So they prevent. But still, Beijing have a very bad traffic. If we tell you we leave at 8:30, they mean 8:30 sharp. You come over 8:40, probably we have to wait in the traffic for 30 minutes because you're 10 minutes late. Clear? Make any sense to you? Okay, good. Any other questions? Go ahead.
Does the $22.99 include our flight to Toronto?
No, sorry, I'm sorry. A tour leaving from Toronto. Okay, like I told you, I recommend you get to Toronto 1 day ahead of schedule. So be prepared, be on time. 4 hours before, I want you to be in Toronto airport, Hainan airline check-in. Any other questions?
The travel insurance information, is that in the book?
No, but not in the book. You can, Chamber will recommend you where to buy the trip insurance from local travel agency or from insurance company. For you, first, to protect your investment of $900 trip cancellation. Plus, I think more concerned about the medical bill in China. You have, you insured your medical bill in the foreign country in China. Okay. Any other question? Go ahead, sir.
If we wanted to go somewhere else like Thailand after the China trip, do you work at all with any?
No, I'm sorry. We have 20,000 people, so I cannot take care of each individual. This is a group tour. Why is it so reasonable? Group price, same day in, same day out. If you live in the group, you have to find your own way to come back.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Any other question? Go ahead.
The $6,000 business class fee,
Yeah.
is that above and beyond the 22?
Yes. $6,000 for the. I rather take 3 of my friends to go. Okay. Any of the other questions?
All this question about arranging afterwards, so will the price go down? Like if we are arranging our own flight back, we delayed it for a couple of weeks or days.
Yeah, you can find your own ticket back. You have to buy your own ticket for fly back.
I know, so will your price go down because, we're taking? care
No,
of-
no, 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 no. The group, we already buy you a group ticket. If you anything you leave, if you miss one of the flight, that means all your ticket no more value. You are clear? Any other questions? Go ahead.
Do you know the times of the flight when we leave Toronto and when we return?
I think it is already here. Yeah, 5:20 something, 5:20 from. But it might be changed, so you better wait until we get you the flight information. Yeah, it might be changed. Like I told you, more secure. You fly 1 day ahead of schedule. Go ahead.
Are the buses air conditioned and are there?
Yes, bus is air conditioned, no restroom on the tour bus.
Restroom on the bus?
Yeah, that's why I recommend you watch the video again. You will see the bus again on the video. What's the question? Sorry. Oh, the process is getting a Chinese visa. Chamber will tell you. And also again, the last day you can enter China is the 6 months before your expiration date. If your passport is expired before 219 May, you have to get a new passport. But the better, more years. If your passport ends in 3 or 4 years, let's do a new passport. Get a 10 years Chinese visa. Okay. Let me show you what a Chinese visa look like.
Peter, can I jump in?
Sorry.
Last year when I went, the Chamber of Commerce in Moncton gave me the information of a place to get our visas out of Montreal. So you have to mail your passport to them, and then they put an extra page in, just like Peter's showing you, and they mail it back to you. You can't do that application process until you get the confirmation information from SITSLink, which is like the hotels. They need to have all that information from you. And it's a form that's actually, I think it's in your kit. If not, it's on our website. It's a little bit complicated, so maybe once people sign up, we'll do some workshops and do it together, or at least give you a sample.
Yeah. See, do you see? You can. Some of you can see. My good for 10 years until 225. 225. So they have a time when the visa ends. Same like your passport when it ends. So my good for 10 years. I get a new passport, apply for the Chinese visa. I have 10 years.
Peter, when will we get the information that we need to apply?
I think you will get it the first week of September, or you can give you early than that. You can ask. When do you get it last time?
When it was prior to that, it was like in January for
Yeah.
travel in April.
But then, you can ask them to give you more information before early.
And-
Chamber will let you know.
It was also, we were told it would take anywhere from 2 weeks to 6 weeks to get our passports back, so that means you're without your passport. So you need to pre-plan it if you're doing other travel. But it actually took less than 2 weeks for me to get mine back, and everybody else had that same experience. I think they just suggest it's longer to make sure that you accommodate enough time. But we'll have that information in plenty of time for everybody.
And any other question?
Is there a land only price if you wanted to?
No, we don't have a land only price because you need at least one domestic flight from Beijing to Shanghai to join us. So we don't have any discount for you if you
So
only use.
you don't have like a separate price?
No, I don't. We don't have. So this is the price. That's it. Yeah. And what
Is there anything that we should know that we can't do in China, like
like
Facebook, chewing gum?
I mean,
stuff like that?
Facebook already blocked. They already take care of that for you. And the Chinese people will let you know, like in Tiananmen Square, when you see the police officer arrest somebody, there's no picture. In Tiananmen Square, if the government official tell you no picture, means no picture. So far, the last 18 years, you only get one arrested. Why? He don't listen. Police officer said delete the picture. He don't listen, delete the picture. End up in jail. So we deliver him a hamburger for the day. And we have to pay other people money to bail him out. So, I mean, if you listen to the government official tell you to listen to them, okay, please. And any other questions? Go ahead.
My brother flew over to Hong Kong and it was a Chinese airline and there was hardly any legroom. What is it like?
I mean, I think the same thing like the Canadian airline, same thing like U.S. airline, same standard. This is not the cheap, not a cheap airline. This is like a regular airline, like Air Canada. I'm pretty sure like that. And let me finish all my things first, and then I will give you more time to answer your question. I'm not flying until 5:25 tomorrow morning. And optional tours, guys. We officially only recommend 2. Consider the tour 2299 plus $68. Join us number 1 and number 3. First one and the bottom one. Let's circle these 2. You have to do it. Let's do it. Okay? These 2 about the Chinese culture. First one is a Putong tour. Putong is a Mongolia word for narrow alley. The street is so narrow, or tour bus cannot drive in there. You can only do the rickshaw ride, so people at the house have lunch there. Some people say the best meal for the whole trip, like a mama, papa cook for you. Peter cannot turn in their 2 square meter kitchen. They cook a very decent meal for you. And I want you guys to see the 30-minute video on the Discovery Channel. Putong area is the Discovery Channel. After you see the video, you will more appreciate the area they took you to. And number 3, boat ride on the Grand Canal. The longest man-made river on earth, the Grand Canal, 1,000 years old, 1,000 miles long. And along the bank, you see the 1-story, 2-story building. Chinese live there 400, 500 years already. You see some of the building like 400 years old. Some of the bridge, 700 years old bridge. So that will very excite you will want to go. $29. Okay. If you have money left, let's turn to the second page. The Era show like a Cirque du Soleil. Okay, regular price $79. They have a group discount of $39. It will worth $39 you give to us. And then the magnet train, world fast train, 431 kilometers per hour. So that's something will interest you. $25 for the long trip. So you want to do that?
That's right, we can use that to get to the airport in Alaska.
No, you don't use that. You only run the rush speed during the rush hour. So you have to do on the rush hours. Yeah. So you have to $25 for the round trip. And why Peter didn't mention Legion of Kung Fu? We have another one is called Peking Opera. Do you see Trump go to China? Trump falling asleep for the Peking Opera scene. He falling asleep. So when the next time you go to see the Broadway show, if Chinese people snore there, you forgive them. You know they from the trip, they are too tired. For you, I don't think you have energy to go. But if you go, you might falling asleep as well. But if you want to go, you can go. That is $39. Something a Kung Fu show, long Kung Fu show. And I rather do a food and body massage for $39, 1.5 hour food and body massage. After I climb the wall, there's something I need. Okay? Or you can do a tailor-made clothes, like half the price or 1/3 the price here. The tailor will come over to your room 8 p.m. Following 8 p.m. is ready for you. And will show you the material. The gentleman can do a suit for like $300 or something like a lady can do like a suit dress for the Chinese lady. You can do that. It's like they tell you the material something like they measure you like 24 hours later. So you can do the tailor-made clothes if you want. Okay? Any question about the optional tour? You pay cash to the tour guide 1 day early or same day. You don't pay to me or to the chamber. You pay the cash to the tour guide. That's why another thing I want to tell you is I told you $600 to $800 cash along with your major Visa, Master credit card. You need to take a one Visa, MasterCard credit card with you. Make sure you call your bank, call your credit card company before you go. Let them to know which day you enter China, which day you come back. You don't want any Chinese people to steal money after you come back. You have to call them, let them know. Okay. Same thing with ATM card. ATM machine available airport or hotel. The street ATM not work with the ATM card. Okay, call your ATM card company before you go. Same. Any other questions about the optional tours? No? Okay, good.
This train, says, round trip or a single trip.
25 US.
Where does it go?
You go to the airport from the, you go to the,
You can either do that or take
they
the
have,
bus.
they have two, yeah, no. They have two airports. I think you will use one in not the far away one. The far away one only for the train ride.
It's just to
Yeah.
experience the fastest train
Yes.
in the world. Yeah.
Okay, and then I will tell you, any other question about the optional tour? No optional, let's go to the shopping list. Why they give you the shopping list, ladies? We don't want to spend all your money in the first place. All your money for stay, all your money for city. I want you to, until the last page, you still have money left. That's why we give you the shopping page. And you will see the jade factory in Beijing. It teaches you how to carve the jade, how to identify the hard jade, the jade to regular jade. Even Peter have a jade eye. I'm year of dragon. I'm born year of dragon. My grandma gave me a dragon pendant. I wear sometimes, but my string broke. That's why I didn't wear today. Even my mom have a jade bagel from my grandma. And but my grandma only have one, so my aunt and my old aunt and the younger aunt have to buy another one. So the Chinese people believe jade is protects the cave, protects the people. So that's why they like jade. Okay. But if you don't know how to bargain in China, don't buy anything in China. Make sure you bargain. Okay, you have to bargain with them. Pearls, P-A-R-L, pearls. Freshwater pearls. 99% of freshwater pearl is from China. That's why you get a little bit better price out here. Again, make sure you bargain. Cloisonné factory teach you how to make the cloisonné. Inside made by the copper, outside enamel. Burn it, polish it, and then give a cool gift for yourself to remember the chip for the cloisonné. Or silk factory. They teach you how to get the silk from cocoon. Like one cocoon can get you 1 mil long silk. Like I told you, the silk blanket. What is the silk blanket made of? 2 worms in one cocoon. They are too closer to each other. Make the cocoon together. So they have 2 worms in one cocoon. You cannot find the from. That's why the Chinese lady very smart, putting the layer and layer doing the silk blanket for you. So that is a very reasonable price. And then silk embroidery place. You will be very excited to see the silk embroidery. It's as good as a painting. You know, it's unbelievable job they did. So you will enjoy to see that. And also the silk carpet factory. Teach them 1 year to make a silk carpet. My mom make $5 a month back to 35 years ago, 40 years ago. My mom make 21 years ago when I moved to America. My mom make $50 a month. Now my mom make $500 to $800 a month as a nurse. So basically their salary is $500 to $800 a month. We cannot find a worker to make the silk embroidery anymore because the first few years their product don't selling a lot. They don't make any money. They rather work in the iPhone factory, make iPhone for you. So we cannot find same thing like when I was a kid when the Chinese New Year, we have people cutting all over the window. Not anymore. We lost the skilled worker. They don't make good money, but they disappeared this job. So that's why they make $500, $800 a month. One piece takes them 10 months to a year to finish. So their salary already $5,000 to $8,000 already. Plus the shop needs to earn some money from you. So they like selling you $10,000 a ball or something, very expensive. But you can take a picture, you can listen, you touch it, take a picture, very happy. You don't have to buy. But nobody forces you to buy anything in China. Only 3 reasons to buy things in the foreign country. First, you have to have it. You can only buy in China, you have to buy, so you want to buy a silk embroidery, you have to buy in China, you buy it there. Second reason, you buy for a friend as a gift. Third reason, you buy a souvenir to remember the trip you buy. Any other reason, don't buy it. If you want to buy something in China for like a jade piece, a jade something, you want to come back an $800 jade piece in China, you want to come back selling $1,200. That never happened before. If Peter can earn the money from a jade trade, I'm no longer doing the orientation for you. to understand, I'm not pretty smart. So you cannot make money from your purchase. And some people ask me, can we buy an antique in China? Because antique made yesterday. It's not really antique. Against Chinese law, okay? You will buy a very expensive antique bag. This is on the street, no real antique. Don't even ask me or ask the tour guide, is it antique or not? It's a copy of the antique, look like, okay? And any question about the shopping page? No? Okay. Please go home to read everything we give to you. Don't throw in the trash can or, please read it. Thank you. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.